Hello everybody, welcome to another amazing episode on Life with Mox. I'm super excited to be here because today I'm going to be talking about postpartum, like the British will say, postpartum, guys. All I can say is, you see, for a woman, there's an extra strength and energy that God gives women through the pregnancy and postpartum journey that I don't think anybody else can relate to. And it's just a fact. So if you'd like to hear more about this, just stay with me because I have a lot of things, tips and also stories to tell you. So postpartum has been the ghetto, right? This is like 4 months postpartum now, so thank God, for helping me thus far. But guys, when I tell you it's been challenging, challenging has been an understatement. Like, it's been a lot, so I'm just gonna go back to the beginning. So right after I had my baby, I came back home. I think I spent like one night in the hospital or something. So I came back home, and then I remember when I got into the house, we had all the baby stuff everywhere. Everywhere was so scattered, because we're trying to sort one or two things out. We also had we got some information from the hospital about what to feed the baby. Also, I was looking at the appointments that I had to go to, and I just felt like it was like a spirit of heaviness just fell on me. And I went to the kitchen and I just broke down and I shed premium tears. I was weeping because I just felt so overwhelmed. I remember feeling like, oh my God, I'm not ready for this. That's what just kept playing in my mind. Like, oh my God, I'm not ready. I feel like my life is over. This is me being vulnerable and truthful. I just felt like, oh my God, this is so much. How am I going to be able to figure this out? Am I even ready? This is a lot of responsibility on me. I'm a home mom. It was not even a happy thing. It was so sad. It was not like tears of joy or no, it was like, oh God, I can't believe this. It was so much, it was like my heart was literally about to drop or fall out of my chest because I felt so heavy, and then once I spoke to somebody about it, apparently it's called baby blues, where you feel like a rush of emotions, and it's because of the hormones and because of the changes that your body is going through, postpartum and everything. So thankfully I knew that ahead of time. Apparently if it lasts more than 2 weeks, then that's going to be postpartum depression and you need to speak to somebody about it. Either go into therapy or get medication to help you balance the chemical in your brain because of the stress that your body has been through. But anyways, that happened to me. So over the next I think I'd say a month, I just kept on having mood swings here and there. I'd have moments where I just felt so exhausted. And mind you, at that time, my mom was here. She was helping me out a lot. But still, I just felt like sometimes I felt so alone. I felt like, oh my God, this is too much. I can't do this, right? So that was more of the mental part of it. And obviously, right now I'm feeling much better. Thankfully, I've kind of gotten a hang of everything. I'm able to balance most of the things. I do what I can when I can, because that means I cannot come and go and kill myself. Yes, my sister. Life is one. YOLO, you only live once. But anyways, so that was the mental part of it. So physical part of it was so bad, guys. So if you watched my video about my pregnancy, birth and vlog, I spoke about how when I was having my pregnancy, I had an episiotomy. So basically it's when they cut you and they create a line in your vagina. Sorry if that's too much information for you, but I want to be as direct as possible so that people can learn from this. So to help the baby come out smoothly, so that you don't have tears that can be just you wouldn't tear anyhow, and because that might be much more painful and much more hard to control than if they just do a line and stuff. So basically I'll put the definition of what's an episiotomy. So I had that. So of course they stitched me, and I felt the pain. It was so horrible. It was so painful because, like I said in that video, my epidural had worn off and I was so tired. At that point I'm just what, at this point the baby's out, just do what you want to do. So I just managed to endure the pain. So I remember right after that they told me to pee, I could not pee. So they had to use like something called a catheter to take out the pee. Ugh, that was another like painful experience, because I'm like, it's from one pain to the other. It's from one what pain to the other. This thing does not end. Kilode. What's it? What's the meaning of all this? What's this? Can't I rest? But anyways, so I basically, had that. So I remember when I got home, every time I had to pee, it was so painful. And then before, leaving the hospital, they told me to take stool softeners. So I've been taking stool softeners every day, because she's like, your first poop, my dear, you're going to need to ensure that your stool comes out easily and is soft, because otherwise is all I can tell you. So I was taking stool softeners, and I was just like, I remember like thinking, oh my God, like, God, am I going to happen? Why do I need to poop? Like, can I just like hold this poop for like 5 weeks until like everything, 5 or 6 weeks till everything heals, But yeah, Mother Nature called, because I was eating everything. It means I was just chopping. I said this when I chop. Sit down when I chop. As you can see, my cheeks, testament of what I'm eating now. I'm trying to work on my weight, but no pressure on me. But anyways, yes, I was eating a lot. So remember when it was time, I felt like, oh my God, can I hold this? But I couldn't hold it, so I had to go to do the number 2. I remember in our toilet we had like this iron, like I think like handle or whatever, that's against the wall. So I held it. I remember I screamed, like I yelled, like I was like, oh, my mom was like, Kilo, are you okay? I said, Mommy, it's painful. My mom said, that me, I even tried that. She held that poop for 2 weeks. Sorry, Mommy, because she just didn't want to have to go to the pain. Guys, when I tell you, the pain was excruciating. It felt like I was pooping a cow. That's how it felt. So that happened, and then when you have that kind of episiotomy, so they tell you that you can't wipe, right? Because first of all, of how like that place can easily get infected. So I'm gonna put the picture. I got this mom feeder Perry bottle. So basically you have to put water in it, and when you pee you have to just use it, and you use it to clean up. So you clean with that bottle, and then you pat dry, right? But you can't wipe, because it can open the stitch, and also it can cause infection. So that's what I was doing. Anytime I had to do number 2, I would use the Perry bottle to clean up, and anytime I peed as well, I use the Perry bottle to clean up, and I'll pat dry. So that's what happened. Also, I had postpartum contractions. That's another thing. So basically, because of how much your uterus expands, when you have the baby, it starts contracting, so you can squeeze out all the blood. Guys, it felt like labor again. As in, I'll just be sitting down, I'll just feel something, I'll be like, My mom's like, Kilo to shele. I'm like, I don't know. Because having a baby is not bad enough. You push out must be adding all the extra spices that I did not ask for. I did not ask for this. I don't want this. So yeah, postpartum contraction is also extremely painful. That's something that I think your body goes through. I don't know if everyone feels the pain, but I felt the pain, and apparently it's very common where like your body's trying to push out all the blood, so it actually feels like actual contractions, like labor contractions. And I felt that also a lot when my baby was breastfeeding. So every time he breastfed, I felt like that contraction as well. Now, so another thing that I did was, Africans now, we had to do the hot water thing. So they'll put very hot boiling water, like boiling point. You'll sit down on it to help with the stitch, man. I remember thinking that, it means, which kind of life is this, for crying out loud, for goodness sake? Because the thing is so hot, like it will be burning like your private area. And I was like, oh my God, I had to do this for like every day for I think at least 2 weeks to a month. I'm not sure. My mom will be like, you didn't do it every time. I used to force you. Yeah, it's true, but I tried. It was so painful as well, because obviously that helped with the stitches, and that also helped like with like if like your body was having a hard time expelling the blood. I found that when I did that, like I actually had like a lot of blood expelled from my private area as well, so that was helpful. Another thing that I did was the hot water thing, when they'll put hot water on a towel and they'll press your stomach. And yeah, I didn't want to do it. Me and my mom even fought safe because I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do this. I don't want to do this. I'm already going through a lot. Like my leg is paining me, my hips are paining me. I'm feeling contractions. This, like, I cannot poop, I cannot wee. You are telling me that I should do another. You want to press my stomach? Which kind of life is this? Mom's like, then buy a shade. That's how they do it now. It's good. Let your stomach go down. I said, no, I'm not gonna do it. Eventually, I now found a way. I spoke to one of my friends. She's like, yeah, you know, she did it and everything. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, okay, fine. Then my mom was doing it. Then it was another painful thing because why? Like, what is the problem? Sure, I did that one too. Another thing was, so I got this thing, it's a cooling liner. So usually they'll tell you to do a particle. So basically, it's like when you open the pad, put ice in it, put water in it, and freeze it overnight. And use that because obviously, like, you are going to bleed for about 6 weeks usually. So you have to wear a pad. But I got like this, because I felt like that was just too much work. So I got this cooling pad liner. It's mom Frida as well. That really helped. So it had like, I don't know what they used to make it sharp, but it was very minty, and it felt like it just like really helped me down there. Like, it was very cooling to that area, and it helped me, like, you know, with the pain I was feeling and everything, and it just like relieved it for a short time. There's also like a spray. I'm gonna put it up as well, a spray that you can use as well. I didn't use that. I just used the cooling pad liner. That's all I used. But well, another thing is, you know, during my postpartum, I realized was that everything was just so annoying to me. Like, you know, like even taking a shower, like getting up from the bed, you know, talking to people. I just felt like, do I have to do this? You know, I think it's just part of the hormones as well. Like, that's what the hormones does to you and everything. So that's basically postpartum for me. Till now, I'm still trying to get a hang of it because obviously, you know, I'm still kind of new. It's a lot. Sometimes I feel like, I'm losing my mind. I don't know how people do that. I don't know how people have more than one child. Not to talk of 2, not to talk of 4. Like, what are you thinking, ma'am? The grace of God is upon you because, me only relate. I can't relate. But yeah, that's basically my postpartum story. I said postpartum. Is it? Yeah, postpartum. I know English now. Postpartum story in a nutshell. I don't want this video to be too long, but I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things. I hope you've enjoyed this time. You know, if you have any questions about it, just put it in the comments section, please. About subscribe, or it means subscribe to my channel. You know, comment, like, share. If you like this vibe, please help us promote it because I really just want to share this with everybody and anybody that's willing to listen to me. So thank you guys for staying so far. I love and appreciate you. See you on the next episode. Bye. Mwah.